Hey there, traders and investors. It's Rod with Power Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth for a daily market recap. Today's a recap for Friday, April 9th. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing, as the main topic, HSBC reportedly blacklisting MicroStrategy stock for investing in Bitcoin. So what does that mean for the stock? And could Tesla be next? We'll talk about that. So before we do, make sure to smash the like and subscribe to the channel. We'll also look at some other news and events on the day, and we'll look at the broader market, the crypto space, and some individual tickers. So HSBC classifying it as a virtual currency product, now classifying MicroStrategy stock as a virtual currency product and encouraging customers who already own it not to buy additional shares, and you can no longer buy it on their online trading platform. And they made a statement here saying they will not participate in facilitating, buy, and or exchange product relating to virtual currencies or products related to or referencing to the performance of a virtual currency. So when I first seen this article, I was super concerned. I thought it was going to be a big deal, but the more I looked into it, the more my thought process changed. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with my take on this, but essentially, is this going to transcend into other stocks like Tesla? How's that going to affect Tesla's BTC holdings? Are they going to be forced to liquidate? Right? So is this going to affect the stock market? Is this going to affect the crypto market? Personally, I thought it was a big deal at first, but it's, in my opinion, it's a little different with Tesla because Tesla doesn't really do any promoting or any products related to Bitcoin. All they do is they hold a little bit of their cash reserves on their balance sheet in Bitcoin. Whereas MicroStrategy is a business intelligence and software company, and essentially what they do is they help businesses with all these different data points. So let's say you have a warehouse and you have 100 or 1,000 different products. They help you determine which ones sell, which ones aren't selling, when to restock it again, and when you might need to, how much you need to order and when you need to order. So they're sort of focusing more on the crypto space now and teaching others and other huge companies and Fortune 500 companies and enterprises how they can get involved in Bitcoin. So that's why I think it's a little different. I don't expect that to affect Tesla's BTC position, but it's an interesting narrative. Again, let me know in the comments below if you agree with me, if you have a different perspective. Would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Found this super interesting. Investors have put more money into the stock market in the last 5 months than the previous 12 years combined. That is a big deal. Canada adds 303,000 jobs in March. Unemployment rate falls. PepsiCo launches Rockstar Energy plus hemp, which debuts in Germany this week. And you can't help but wonder, shout out to Patrick and our group for sharing this, but you can't help but wonder whether or not Coca-Cola is going to retaliate or potentially enter the space. I'm going to do a separate video on the MJ sector, and this is going to be the main topic in that video. So make sure to be on the watch out for that, but could be a huge segue for another potential entry from Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola could have a partner. We know Molson Coors has been working with Coca-Cola. We know Molson Coors has a tight partnership with Hexo. So make sure to tune into the MJ video here in a little bit for more on that subject. So taking a look at the crypto space, everything is recovering here, and XRP back over $1, currently hovering at 1.038, and super bullish on XRP. I am targeting $2 in the near term, and I could see it hit $10 this bull cycle. So taking a look at Bitcoin, we are bouncing on the daily. We broke the daily inside bar bullish, and with the strong close in the markets, it wouldn't be entirely surprising if we saw Bitcoin run all weekend long. We do have resistance here at 59,475, and then the big one at 60,000, and then after that it's all-time highs at 61,788. But on the weekly time frame here, still got about 2 days left, so we'll be watching this inside bar to see which way it breaks. Either we start weekly consolidation or we break it bullish and we head to all-time highs. Let me know in the comments below if you think all-time highs are in play this weekend. So SPY with another all-time high and a record weekly candle closing at 411.44, and we're down here negative 0.12% after hours at 410.94. But this has just been one face ripper of a rally. We have a couple gaps and no support on the daily until 383.90. We have now gone 10 days in a row. That's got to be getting close to a record with a higher low every candle. No daily consolidation, straight V shape into a new all-time high, and no daily trend change. So we could easily pull back, even if we just filled the gap at that 467 area. That's over a 2.5% drop, and we could drop over 6% from these levels and still just be looking for daily higher lows and attempt a daily trend change. So pretty incredible rally. We are seeing volume drop off here, and we know we don't really need a lot of volume on SPY to continue to, we need a lot of bear volume when it comes to going down, but the nature of how SPY works, it doesn't necessarily need increasing volume to increase in price. We are overbought on the daily, which is the first time since back a few months ago now, it looks like. And can't help but wonder what's going to happen here next week. And we'll be watching this higher low every candle pattern as soon as we break the low. So the low of today at 408.26, if we lose 408.26 into Monday, then daily consolidation will be underway and we'll scout higher lows compared to 383.90, which is a long ways away. The dollar is still consolidating on the daily. We've got a daily inside bar on watch. We bounced and we've been rejecting at EMA 12 for the last few days, but essentially just looking for a higher low compared to 91.30. IWM pretty much flat on the day. QQQ but 0.5% in the green. And again, hasn't tested its all-time highs, but nice close there. We got within about $1 of all-time highs at 338.19. So QQQ not nearly as extended, and QQQ changed its daily trend with a higher low and higher high, but a gap here at 320.74. And you can't help but wonder, again, we had a daily bull flag essentially. We broke the low just barely straight into a new high. Today broke the low of yesterday and straight into a new high, and here we are right at resistance. So we do need to keep in mind that we're right at that all-time high resistance, and we could potentially see a double top of that resistance. So we do recommend being cautious here, and it could be a potential weekly cup and handle as well. So we'll be watching the Qs next week. Taking a look at oil. Oil has been weak, and on the daily time, holding EMA 12 though on the weekly. On the daily, we've got, looks like we broke the high of yesterday by 1 penny, but essentially a daily inside bar. So we'll be watching that tightening range. Gold and silver, inside bars. Gold did break bearish, but not by much. So it's a possible daily bull flag at this point. But again, we're just looking for higher lows and we'll attempt daily trend changes. So the financial sector was up almost 1% today. So QQQ was weak to begin the morning. We saw rotation going in from QQQ into the financial sector, and then all sectors blasting off into the end of the day, and that's what propelled SPY and kept the momentum going and kept this face ripper of a rally just continuing to jaw drop. It's just absolutely astonishing how quickly you can go from fear to FOMO, and just absolutely insane this market environment the last few months and the last year. Last couple of years has been insane for the stock market. So MicroStrategy, taking a look at the stock, we did break the weekly inside bar bullish, but not much follow through. And this news definitely played a role in my opinion, but we are looking for a higher low, and we may have already potentially set that. So we'll be looking to resistance here at 736.04. If we break that, we'll confirm a daily uptrend, and then the weekly lows are likely set at that point. But we do have earnings coming up here in a couple of weeks as per TradingView on April 29th. And taking a look at the weekly close for MSTR, we closed under the 10-week moving average. The MACD and the stochastic are back to being bearish, and those three long-term indicators likely signaling that we have a lot more downside coming in MSTR. On the weekly moving averages, we are still well above the 100, the 50, and the 200 weekly moving averages, and that they're all the way down at 324 as the closest nearby. So just remain uber cautious on this name is all I have to say. On the daily time frame, we lost the 50-day moving average, and we potentially found resistance now after it confirming support multiple times. We lost it, we regained it, but here we are potentially finding resistance, and we need to be cautious here. We do have the 100-day moving average down at 569, and we also have the weekly VWAP, which is sitting here at around $600, 601.35. So on the bull and bear list, we had GME, DFLY, VEGA on the bear list. On the bull list, we had Dash, Amazon, BLU, Apple, Intel, and Work. So Amazon, Apple, $1 trillion club getting some attention and some bids today. BlackBerry was weak. And just taking a look, we have a weekly inside bar on watch for next week and daily inside bar as well. And we'll be watching this into next week. If we break this daily inside bar bearish, then we'll be starting daily consolidation, and we'll look for a higher low compared to 836 and then attempt a daily trend change. If we can form that higher low and then break resistance here at 959, that would confirm with a higher low and higher high, and we'd be back into a daily uptrend. And at that point, our weekly bottom would be set, and we could be looking up to resistance at 1252 and beyond, which all the way up at 2877 is our most relative high and 52-week high on BlackBerry. So let me know in the comments below if you're bullish on BlackBerry, what you think about MSTR. Do you think MicroStrategy is, do you think that's a big issue for crypto? Do you think it's a big issue for stocks? Do you think this could affect Tesla's holdings? I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for joining us on The Pursuit of Wealth. Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you a little bit later on today for an MJ Sector review. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you again soon.